I want you to understand that hope offends people. Hope offends people. The reason I'm telling you this is because you're probably going to end up on tinnitus forums, in comments on my YouTube channel. You're probably going to end up on a Facebook group, probably. You're probably going to end up somewhere in the tinnitus community, and you will come across people who will be offended by hope. Trust me. I come across these people probably daily in YouTube comments, trying to reach out, trying to help people. The reason that people are offended by hope is because it's very easy to understand this. They have allowed suffering to become their identity. Yes, people make suffering their identity. You may even know someone in your family who's done that. Maybe a mom, an aunt, or brother, that person that's always talking about their problems, that's always letting you know, well, I suffered all of this stuff, and you don't know what I've been through. And you, if you knew what I went through, if you knew everything I went through, this person is replaying their suffering. They've been doing it for 20 years. They probably said that story 1,000 times. It has become part of their identity. It's no different with tinnitus. People who have suffered with tinnitus for 10, 15, 20 years, they have made it their identity. Oh, I just suffer. I just suffer. Tinnitus becomes the reason their life sucks. It becomes the reason they haven't fulfilled their dreams. It becomes the explanation for why their relationships suck, for why they're living in regret. It becomes the boogeyman that they can blame for all the problems in their life. You do think they would want to recover from that? No, because what other identity would they have at that point? And therein lies the rub. People who have made trauma their identity, suffering their identity, are terrified to recover. Because who would they be if they recovered? You see it in the Bible. Jesus and the blind man. He asked the blind man, do you want to be healed? The blind man starts making excuses. Well, I've been blind for years. And well, you don't know what I've been through. That wasn't the point. The question was, do you want to be healed? Blind man couldn't give Jesus a straight answer. People do that all the time, and they do it with tinnitus. So, and I know this because I see the same people doom commenting, and I've seen them doing it for months and years. Never reached out to work with me, never signed up for a free trial of the app, never even downloaded the free resources. Yet they're convinced that recovery isn't possible, there is no such thing as a cure, habituation doesn't work, and nothing will help them. Even though they haven't even reached out to me for a session. They haven't even tried the application. They haven't even lifted a finger, and yet they don't want anyone to talk to them about hope. Why? Because God forbid they recover. Because if they recover, they're going to have to let go of their identity. And who are they without their suffering? Bam. It's similar like this. People make their identity about a bunch of different things. Their job, for example. Well, I'm a CEO or a banker. I'm a banker. That's who I am. I'm very successful. Billy across the street knows me as a banker. I use my banking skills to buy this house. I have this nice car because of banking. What happens when they lose that job? A lot of times they lose their identity. Who am I if I'm not a banker? See, that's the problem. You shouldn't build your identity in things that can be taken away from you. You should build your identity in something solid, right? Build your house on the rock and not on the sand. Another Bible parable. The point of that is your identity, your true identity, should be built on something that's unshakable, right? And so when you build it on something that's unshakable, then you're able to let go of tinnitus suffering. You're able to say, of course I want to recover. Of course I want to let go of this. Of course I want to be better. And I'm telling you, that's terrifying at first. For people who don't have a solid identity, who haven't built their identity on the rock, and they've made their identity suffering, the idea of recovery actually is terrifying, existentially terrifying. And you can see this not just in tinnitus, but you see this in every potential way someone could suffer. And so you want to make sure that you're not arguing with these people. You're not trying to prove these people because here's the thing. Why do they act so irrational? Because they're defending who they think they are. And people will act irrational when they feel like their identity is threatened. So hope threatens a person who's suffering, hope threatens their identity. So don't argue with these people. Don't even go on the forums, to be honest with you. But you have to understand at the end of the day, that is why hope can offend so many people. Because the hope is threatening their identity of victimness, their identity of suffering. But here, we're not here to placate to those people. We're here to bring hope and bring life and help people out. For the people that want it, it's right here. For people that don't, they can just, they don't have, we're not forcing it upon anyone. If you want to go and try out the application, tinnitus.health, I would love to see you in there. It's helping a ton of people. It's everything that I used to habituate. But make sure your identity is in the right place, that you want to be healed. You want a new life. You want to recover. Because you do have to embrace the unknown, right? Nobody can guarantee you anything. But we can promise you this. I can promise you this. That you might be shocked at how different your life could be for the best if you just commit to the process, let go, embrace the unknown. You might look back in 12 months, 18 months, 24 months, and you might think, wow, I'm so glad that I did that. I'm so glad. So if you want that to be your story, I'd love to see you in there. You can hit the link below or hit the pinned comment, tinnitus.health. I'll see you in there. For everyone else, smash the like button. Share this video with as many people as possible. It does help the algorithm. I'll talk to you later. Peace.